Welcome friends, this is your Jawahar. News that we know, the details that we do not know. This is most important because most of the time we don't know the details of the news that we listen. So today under this we'll have our first episode on this subject relating to what is known as the other service providers. The government has recently made a remarkable changes in respect of the guidelines relating to the establishment of other service providers. Before we get into the other service providers, who are there and what are the kind of guidelines given by the government of India to kind of improve profusion of this service, we have to understand what is this outsourcing and BPO in ITES related services. Well, the first of all, we should know what is outsourcing, right? Outsourcing is one company which does one particular issue. It needs that certain job, certain function is being outsourced to some other company or more than one company. So this is called outsourcing. What is the type of work they do outsourcing? That can be what is called front-end operation, like handling the customer or handling a market subject, or it may be a back-end operation. What are the back-end operation? It may be accounting, it may be HR services, it may be training inputs, or it may be special auditing and accounts. Well, the legal, like there are various inputs are available. This kind of a thing that came as early as the First World War and Second World War, but they are all, physically being pushing things. Whereas in the 1980s and 90s, the entire scenario changed thanks to the science and technology growth. With the advent of the what is known as the internet and its profusion, the speed with which today we are working with the internet, it is completely a game changer. And what happened was outsourcing started. It's known as offshore outsourcing. What is meant by offshore? Suppose a US company, it engages an Indian company or Singapore company to do some of its job, then it is called offshore. Then it's an inshore. What do you mean by inshore? Within the country, but not in the same location. For example, a Bombay company wants to do some job and it is done by a Bangalore company, then it is known as a inshore. Then there is a near shore. Near shore is something like Indian company being employing the services of a company in Bangladesh or in Sri Lanka or in Maldives or Nepal, Pakistan, Afghanistan. It is all relating to where the time zone will be very essential for such job. We will go for near shoring. Then there is a farm shoring. What is this farm shoring? Farm shoring is taking the service to the rural area. Particularly in rural areas, the people will be available. If suppose the technology is also available, skills are available, we will employ them. That is called offshoring. Well, friends, then we understand what is the business process outsourcing, BPO. Because we know mostly about the call centers. These are one of the types of BPO. And there is the ITES, that IT enabled services. They are also very, very important, right? We think about what is the advantages of outsourcing because it's a cost effective. Number two, as Peter Drucker rightly pointed out, the best companies should focus on their best and outsource the rest. This is the slogan he has given. He is a management guru. He has given that idea to a lot of the companies. So the core subject will be concentrated, whereas the rest will be outsourced. Right? What is this outsourcing today done? We know only business process outsourcing. There are other various types. Engineering process outsourcing, EPO. Then it is ITO, information processing outsourcing, then KPO, knowledge process outsourcing, then it's LPO, legal process outsourcing, then RPO, recruitment process outsourcing, and HPO, human resources outsourcing. And there is one more thing, it's called mind sourcing. What is this mind sourcing? Instead of a company thinking about whom to select, whom to outsource this job, that is also outsourced to somebody. That company goes about and makes analysis of the companies, their past experience, their kind of employment they have, their technology, their skills, they come out with some idea. So that kind of a companies are identified as, that kind of will be known as a mind sourcing. So with these all things, now it's becoming very, very important to know they are all either two types. One is either they deal with what is known as a data, or others sometimes they don't deal with the data. For instance, the HR may not require data. For instance, the payroll, they may not require big data because in US I have seen number of companies, the entire payroll system is outsourced to major companies. So they are off the bother, outside the botheration, and they know pretty well on date everything will be delivered to the employees by the outsourced company. So their outsourcing is a very, very, very important part. Well, this other service providers, these are the people who are in this area but not dealing with the data have been classified as other service providers. In 1999, this has been brought in India, but these were now, there were dramatic changes have been brought in by the government of India. It's definitely we should know. Previously, whoever doing this job, these companies have to register under Companies Act, they have to give a bank guarantee, they have to give the details about the employment, they have to hire a building, pay rent, then they have to have a specific internet provider, then they need to have what you call renders. Continuously, they have to give reports to the government or to various other regulating agencies. But this is causing a lot of problem. Now, in the kind of a world scenario changing, where not work from home, but work from anywhere. If you can ride on a horse, still you will be able to deliver. Well, you ride on the horse. My job is you should get the job done. That is all. From you. That is all. If you deliver the job, it is enough. So, if that is the situation, then these other service providers, now they can work from anywhere, not only from home, anywhere. In the work from anywhere is a concept now comes to make a big change where the India is poised to become what is known as the favorable destination for outsourcing. Hitherto, whoever we thought whether we can go to India for outsourcing, this will make outsourcing very easy. What are the changes they have brought? They said hereafter there is just a registration. You don't need to give bank guarantee. You don't need to have a definite, a complex or a building. You need not to pay rent for them. You need not have a separate internet connectivity. Rather, you can, all these things, you just make a registration. Once you need not give the details about your employees with you, and you need to give only certain data, whereby the companies are now relieved, which means now the startup companies have can come out in large numbers in India, and it can come in tier 2 city, tier 3 city, even in rural setting, provided the internet connectivity and the skill sets are available there. And what it is going to do, it's now all these employees, instead of being an employee, they will become what is known as a contractor. So it will be a kind of a contractorship there. They can sit at home, they can do the part-time job. If you are a student, you can do a part-time job. Housewife, you can do a part-time job. Or if you want to do certain part-time job and make an additional earning, this is the venue that is available. So where there is a skill set, where there is a talent, where there is hard work, this provides. Then number of entrepreneurs will come up. Number of people will come up because there is no need for engaging from a huge buildings. And now there is no need for an IP address. It is enough if you are going to secure few telephone connection and you can operate on that. This is the kind of a change that is going to bring in, and it is, friends, you should know it is a $500 billion economy is awaiting for the world. And the large chunk will certainly come to India. Already India is number one in the getting outsources. It is almost enjoying 54% of things that are outsourced from different countries. And today, we are with these recent changes, India is going to become hub for outsourcing. Whether it be business, or it is a legal, or it is a knowledge area, in all areas it is going to excel. This will bring about a big boost. It will provide a lot of employment, and it will provide tier 2 cities. It will decongest the cities. The traffic will become less traffic. There is no wastage of time on commutation from your place of residence to your place of work, and the entire work scenario is going to change. And for that, the main challenge is relating to internet connectivity, speed, price. These are the changes. I think the challenges will be attended. And what is the other side? Always you are talking about the brighter aspect, but there are some banner aspect also. What is it? The employee relation is going to change. And like gig employees, gig workers, online platform workers, again, these people will be likely to work without major benefit. But if you are a talented person, you can always negotiate the terms and conditions. You can, if you are a skilled person, you can earn money. I think this is the recent introduction that has been made. I hope you would have enjoyed it. I will meet you in the next edition of this. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.